Hey there everybody, welcome back into the kitchen today. Today is kind of a remake, but hopefully an improved remake regardless of what the dog has to say in the background. Everybody's a critic. Seems Shocks thinks I did a pretty decent job with those corn dogs, and now we're going to go with something along a gourmet corn dog. She came home with Smokies and everything I need to corn dog them up. So I guess I'm going to try this again. Now these are cheese-filled Smokies, so I'm a little curious to see if they're going to explode on me and, well, if I can get a slightly more consistent coating than I got out of those first ones. So if you're not interested in a repeat video, click the ad and I'll see you later. And if you are interested in seeing how it goes this second time around, stick around. So we are going to use the same basic recipe more or less. We've got a cup of flour going in there. Going to put our cup of cornmeal in there. 1 egg that has been beaten within an inch of its life, to which I added just a little bit of that Allegheny Farms, or Allegheny City Farms, pardon me, hot sauce. Loving that stuff. Very much better in food than it is just on its own. And finally we've got our cup of milk. Now I learned last time that that is the right amount, apparently. So I'm just going to add it all at once, mix this together till we get our dough, and we'll get right back to you. So last time I did this, I had some issues making it stick, and I had some issues getting an even coating, so I'm just pouring this batter into the biggest, widest cup I can possibly find in the house, and hoping it's all going to work. Hope Shocks doesn't mind me abusing her water glass in this fashion. So now in theory, our batter here is good to go. Alright, so once again, these are cheese stuffed, so I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work out in the long run, but we'll just tuck our skewers in there as best we can. Get these ready for the dip. So while my oil is heating up there, let's find out how this is going to do for dipping the Smokies. Looks like it's deep enough. Real question is, will it stick? Followed by, will the cheese pockets inside there explode? Well, that's an interesting look. Set it back in there for now while we wait for the oil. I almost think this should be a little bit thinner, but this is still only my second time making it, so we'll see. Well, in classic JT Bear style, I guess here goes nothing. I don't think this is going to be enough batter for these corn dogs. Alright. I don't think that oil's quite hot enough yet either. But here we go. I think I will turn that up a touch. So we're going to be basically between 6 and 7 for our heat. Kind of a relative concept that, but alright, here we go. Seems to be holding together fairly well. Positive sign. Won't really know until we take it out though. It's already looking like it doesn't want to stick to this next Smokie. Well, it wouldn't be a JT Bear video if things worked perfectly, would it? try flipping this, see how that works out for us. That's a very flat-sided gourmet corn dog, isn't it? Yep, this next one looks pretty gnarly. Getting some batter on my fingers here, never a good sign. And in she goes. Uh-oh. Interesting, definitely an interesting sort of look to this one here. Thinking deeper oil would definitely have been a very good idea. Try and flip this one. Looks alright. Put in the third one, which does not look alright. And we'll take out the first. Try and take out the first. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that my batter is just too thick. And try adding a little bit of milk to what's left. Alright, so thinning the batter definitely made it a little easier to spread onto the Smokie. But I'm pretty sure I screwed it up by doing that. So now I need to figure out how to thicken this. Perhaps a little bit more flour goes back in here. Hint more cornmeal. Really not sure. It's another one of those subtle reminders that this is not an educational channel. Entertainment purposes only. See, while that almost looks like it worked, it's definitely still got some not quite to it, eh? Still, gourmet corn dogs with cheese-filled Smokies. You won't buy that at the grocery store. And at the end of our little cooking project, it looks like we've got 6 fairly reasonable looking gourmet Smokies. Gourmet corn dogs, I should say. And we have some nice snackable bits of fried cornbread. So that's good. give me something to nibble on. Guess the real test now is, how does it taste? Alright, so our gourmet corn dogs made with cheese-filled Smokies. I'm really curious to see what happens with the cheese inside this. Worked pretty well. Stayed together. And I've got a tasty snack. Alright. Apparently you can make corn dogs with cheese-filled Smokies. Good to know. Well, that was an interesting sort of adventure. And I'd have to say those turned out pretty well. I'm probably going to throw them in the oven for a few minutes just before we actually eat them. Just to kind of warm them up all the way through. But all in all, I'd say dinner is basically ready. Cool. Maybe I should go harvest a salad or something to serve with that. It seems like a little bit too greasy. Some greens would be good. But anyway, that's a dinner discussion for here at the home. Thank you for joining me today on this sort of a redo, sort of an upgrade project. Smoky corn dogs. Why not? It works.